ITV Lunchtime News with Lucrezia Millarini.
Good afternoon. It was, on the surface, good news for those struggling the most. Inflation, the rate at which prices are rising, has slowed right down. It fell to 1.7% last month, the first time it's dropped below the 2% target level in more than 3 years. But for the UK's poorest households, the timing could hardly be worse. That's because September's figure is used by the government to set how much benefits will go up by next spring. A low figure now means a low uptick next year. And one charity estimates that universal credit may end up rising by as little as £1.50 per week. Well, let's get more from our reporter, Layla Hayes, who is editor Robert Peston, joins us now. Robert, Next, this lunchtime, there has been distressing detail in the murder trial of schoolgirl Sarah Sharif. The 10-year-old was found dead at her family's home in Woking last summer after her father rang police from Pakistan, apparently confessing to killing his daughter. Sarah's father, Urfan Sharif, stepmother Bainash Batul and uncle Faisal Malik all deny murder and causing or allowing a child's death. Well, let's go to Charlie Frost now, who in the last few moments, police say a 7-year-old boy has died after a large explosion in a street in Newcastle. Police in Cumbria are appealing for information after a crash on the M6 motorway in which 5 people, including 2 children, were killed. It happened yesterday afternoon on the northbound carriageway near T-Bay services. Well, Fiona Marley-Patterson is close to the scene. To the Middle East now, where Israeli bombing has begun again in Beirut. It's the first time the Lebanese capital has come under direct attack since late last week. And in the south, officials say at least 20 people have been killed today as Israel's campaign, apparently targeting Hezbollah militants, escalates. Now, correspondent John Ray is in Beirut. Next, the calls to change the law in the name of a mother of 5 who died after a liquid Brazilian butt lift. Alice Webb underwent the cosmetic procedure last month, the first time someone is thought to have died in this way here in the UK. Now her grieving relatives have told ITV News of their loss and anger, but also their hope that no other family has to endure the same. Ellie Pitt is here. The inquiry is continuing into the death of Dawn Sturgis, the mother of 3 poisoned by the nerve agent Novichok in 2018. Today, the inquiry heard from her boyfriend, Charlie Rowley, who was himself also poisoned after handling what he thought was simply a bottle of perfume. Well, let's get the latest now from Salisbury and our reporter, Chloe. Now, it was brief, almost blink and you miss it. But in Parliament today, there was a moment that may soon lead to a change in the law. The subject of so-called assisted dying is set to be debated by MPs next month. Before that, the new bill had to be officially introduced. Its backers insist it is about offering terminally ill adults more choice and say significant protections would be in place. But critics fear vulnerable people could still feel pushed into ending their own lives prematurely. Our political correspondent Romilly Weeks explains. Oh, good luck, no pressure. That's it for now. Mary is back with the evening news at 6:30, but from everyone on the lunchtime team, bye-bye. Have a great afternoon.